Intervals are the space between musical pitches. Why is this significant? Well, music is all about relativity. If I take this melody here and play it for you, it sounds like this. Now, if I take this melody and transpose it up a little bit, it will still sound the same. There are different notes, but since I've moved them all by the same amount, the melody sounds the same, just a bit higher if you remember what the original melody sounded like. In essence, we could transpose this melody all over the place, and it would still sound the same, but in practice, there are reasons why you might want the music to be at a certain pitch. Instruments have ranges and registers, where some sounds might not resonate in the desired way unless you transpose the music to a more comfortable place for that instrument. Since intervals are so important, we have names for them. Two notes that are the same are called a unison. A note that is slightly higher than the previous note is said to be a minor second higher. This is the closest two notes can be in pitch in almost all the music you will hear. Some musical theories address notes that differ by less than a minor second, which might occur in the traditional music of other cultures. Such music is termed microtonal. A minor second is also sometimes called a half step. A distance of a little more than a minor second is a major second. A major second consists of two half steps or one whole step. Going up one more half step, we get a minor third. One more half step, we get a major third, then a perfect fourth, then a tritone, also known as an augmented fourth or diminished fifth, then a perfect fifth, then a minor sixth, major sixth, minor seventh, major seventh, and finally, we get an octave when we reach the same pitch letter again. If we go up one more half step, we basically get a minor second, but here it is a minor ninth, because we have gone up one octave plus one half step. Intervals that span more than an octave are called compound intervals. Intervals that span less than an octave are called simple intervals. Whenever possible, you should convert compound intervals to simple intervals in your head to simplify the relationship. You do this by moving one note until there is less than an octave's difference between it and the starting note. This will let you more easily see that a major tenth is just a major third. Intervals can go down too, but they just have the same names. One half step down is still a minor second, and one whole step down is still a major second. Sometimes we get augmented and diminished intervals. This is when we have an interval that is, for example, sounding as a minor third, but is shown spatially as a second. This example would be called an augmented second. Another example would be a minor seventh that is made to look like an augmented sixth. The augmented sixth sounds the same as a minor seventh. It's just called an augmented sixth because it is spatially the interval of a sixth on the staff. Fourths and fifths are always either perfect, augmented, or diminished, never major or minor. So try not to let that confuse you. There is no such thing as a minor fourth or a major fifth. If you are writing music, you should avoid augmented and diminished intervals when you can use major, minor, or perfect intervals, as the latter are usually easier to read. Sometimes you may need to invert an interval, which means that you flip the pitches in the interval so that the higher one is now the lower one. So if we have a minor sixth from E to C, inverting it would make it a major third from C to E. When inverting an interval, you flip the quality of the interval. For example, an interval that is major will become minor when inverted and vice versa, and an interval that is diminished will become augmented when inverted and vice versa. Perfect intervals will remain perfect when inverted. That's all for this lesson on intervals. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to encourage more of this content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.